Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, October 6th, 2025. Gym day for Tuesday, 7th. All right, let's go. Well, we have a new setup in here. This one's absolutely crazy. I almost didn't go as official. I was going to put it as an honorable mention. It's super crazy, super speculative, HV of 200. So consider yourself warned. Maybe take a half a position if you decide to go with it. I'm going to go ahead and take it because I'm recommending it, but just be careful. And this always scares me a little bit when you're at this phase of a nice market move where these low price stocks really begin to take off. So that is a bit of a concern, obviously, but I do like the setup, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. You can call it what you want. It's a big picture bottoming formation. It's a pullback, a bow tie, a cup and handle, and a first thrust. And just because it's all those things doesn't mean it's better than any other setup. But I do like the way it looks. The point I'm making is because it's multiple patterns doesn't mean it's necessarily a better setup. Except that the cup and handle being a bigger picture pattern can sort of help you out. Anyway, nice day in the portfolio. Knock on wood. Go ahead and bump your stop in these ones that we're in longer term trend following mode. Here's just NUAI. You back the chart way out. It's bottomed out. It's an IPO. It's just a good looking stock. But look at this HV 231, and I know percentage wise the stop is absolutely crazy. And I know some of you won't trade a stock with a stop that big percentage wise, but that's what it calls for. This thing just absolutely melted up, and now it's beginning to, or it has begun to pull back. Obviously, do wait for an entry, of course. KYTX also fairly volatile, but not like 231 HV volatile, but 90 HV, he tried to say, is fairly volatile. So decent day there, a little bit of a bounce, looks poised to continue uptrend. Of course, and as usual, make sure you wait for an entry. Let's take a look at portfolio, and then we'll take a look at the overall market and drill down a little bit. ABCL off a little, but it's had a nice little run as of late. It could use a bit of a breather. I'm totally okay if it has a little bit of a downward drift. That kind of gives you like a cup looking type of pattern and also a bull flag type of pattern as opposed to an upward drift, which would be a wedge. And hopefully that doesn't occur. But if it does, I'll show you or I'll point it out in real time. HEAI, not a bad day there, not too far away from all-time highs. Sure like to see it bang out that IPT and not look back for a while. I know Captain Obvious, but it does look pretty good longer term. CIFR closed at all-time highs. Oh, not all-time highs. Let me correct that. Yeah, all-time highs. So that's obviously a good thing, and it's a relatively new issue, what I call a toddler. It's been out for a few years, I guess. Well, a little more than a few years. Anyway, all-time highs is a good thing, so go ahead and bump your stop a little on that one. KGC, just shy of all-time highs. Longer term, looking pretty good. KTOS off its best levels, but still up $4 nonetheless. And once you cross 100, in general, that's tends to be a line in the sand for stocks. They tend to go much further now. Not every single one, obviously, but it's a kind of an old Wall Street adage that does seem to be true. TFPM, not a bad day there, closing at, you guessed it, all-time high. So that's much better than the poke in the eye. Let's take a look at the market and drill down a bit. Peas didn't set the world on fire, but they did manage to close at all-time highs. And as a trend guy, I'm not going to argue with that. Nasdaq Composite did close at all-time highs too, so that's certainly a good thing. Everyone who is long is feeling pretty good. Yeah, I was talking with one of you guys earlier today, like how long can this continue? I don't know, but we're just trend followers, and some people say trend following morons. We just follow along, I should say, but be prepared for some corrective action along the way. It comes with the territory. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. A lot of people are starting to feel like geniuses right now, and I'm tempering my expectations. So far, so good, though. One day at a time, right? Rusty 2000 closed at all-time highs. Of course, I'm not going to argue with that either. Let's take a look at metals overall. Metals overall, bam, all-time highs. Lithium and palladium and platinum all beginning to wake up nicely. What else? There's lithium. Just looked at platinum. Gold, of course, all-time highs. Look at that. Looking fantastic. Gold stocks, bam, brand new highs there. Outside of the metals, so take a look at silver first. Yeah, silver's brand new highs too. Getting back to the markets in general, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, bam, look at that. Brand new highs there. So on pullbacks, we could see some setups there, obviously. Biotechnology coming in a little bit, but it's been on a tear as of late, so I wouldn't get too excited about that. Let's take a look at robotics and AI accelerating a brand new high. So lots and lots of areas doing really well in here. Semiconductors, all-time highs off the best levels, but look at that. Just absolutely on a tear as of late. I can go on, but I don't want to bore you. I know it's probably too late. Take a look at defense. If this doesn't get you excited, though, nothing will, right? Look at that, banging out new highs with a little bit of vigor. So overall, things are looking pretty good. Things are looking good around the world, too. EFA shares a brand new highs, too. So far, so good there. So obviously, we want to continue to look to get long with the usual caveats. Wait for entries, on your stops, and take some profits if you're blessed with some along the way. Everybody have a fantastic night. If you have any questions, you know the routine. Thank you so much.